not sure if I only talked about this before or actually showed you. I don't think that I showed you in a single video. And that is something I do with eggplant. Most of us know about eggplant parmesan and maybe that Greek dish I think is called moussaka, which is made with eggplant. And there's other things that are traditionally made with eggplant. But eggplant can be a pretty decent vegetable side dish during the week or for a meal. But you want to cook it so it's not slimy. A lot of the thing that turns people off is sliminess of eggplant. And also, you want to watch out for the seeds, especially when you make it the way I'm going to show you. So I look for long, thin eggplant, firm, long and thin, because they would have less seeds usually. So I don't buy the really round ones. Today I found one that was kind of small. So I have this small eggplant, and I didn't used to, but for some reason the skin seemed to be more bitter these days, so I peel the skin. Meanwhile, my oven is heating up to, or it just probably heard it, it's ready, 400 degrees, and I'm going to cut this up. I'm going to dice it. I'm going to make it pretty small, and when I cut it in half, I'm going to look for seeds. If there's a lot of seeds, I'm going to cut them out. And it might seem wasteful, but the way this is, if there's a lot of seeds in it, it just ruins it. And then I'm going to flavor. Where's my knife? I'll have to use a different one. I'm going to flavor it with garlic powder and either paprika or parsley, just to add color to it. And then if I'm going to serve it, if you're going to serve it right after you take it from the oven, then you can sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on it. Or if you're going to save it to serve later in the week, when you heat it back up, preferably in the toaster oven, then you can add some Parmesan cheese. But I want you to consider that you're adding the Parmesan cheese for flavor, not because you need more calories or protein, because you would get that from someplace else. So you just add a little bit of the Parmesan cheese for flavoring, and Parmesan cheese has a great strong flavor for food, which doesn't feel like you're depriving yourself of anything. This is pretty good. There's some spots where I think there's too many seeds, and I'm just going to cut them out. And then, like I said, I'm going to cut this up pretty small. I'm going to spray this big cookie sheet here with non-fat spray, and then I'm going to season them with the garlic powder and paprika this time. But just so you don't have to stay on this film this whole time, I'll just show you with this little bit here. So I'm cutting it up pretty small, and I'm going to cook it at 400, and I'll check on it, but probably 10, 15, even 20 minutes, because I want them to dry out. So you cut them up pretty small. You watch out for spots that might have a lot of seeds, because see, they're small, so if there's a whole lot of seeds there, the person who's eating it is going to get a mouthful of seed. And that's a big turn off, and it's hard to get people to eat eggplant anyway, so that's not what you want to do when you serve it. So just cut the seeds out. It's kind of like taking the seeds out of a cucumber also. Okay, so I will have cut them pretty small. And then when they're on here, I will sprinkle the spices on them, and I'll bake them. And I'll show you what they look like, how they get nice and brown after I'm done baking them. Okay, I don't know how well you can see me and the eggplant, but remember, this was a small one, so it does shrink when you bake it. But I had it in here for 15 minutes on 400 degrees, and then I opened the oven and kind of did this, and then I cooked it for 10 more minutes. And I might even cook it a minute longer, but you don't want to burn them, so you have to be careful, especially if they're not cut evenly. So in a way, they look like home fries or something, so it would be a good thing to serve instead of potatoes. Eggplants are full of nutrients and one of the lowest calorie dense foods, vegetables that there are. So just add a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese and it'll flavor them right up. They won't be slimy,
You've taken out most of the seeds, and it's a great vegetable side dish.